Welcome to Blue Skies. You'll find this small family farm at the end of Pasture Road, where gravel gives way to grass, and the hills slope upward towards the big blue horizon. At the heart of everything at Blue Skies is Deborah, the farm's loving owner, instructor, wife, and mother of 4. She raised her kids on this very land, in a house just a short walk from the stables, and her daughter Sonia works alongside her as an instructor today. With some help from her husband Peter, and of course Max, the farm's smallest but most beloved feline resident, Deborah provides horses and riders alike with a place of refuge from their busy lives. If you ask how Blue Skies was born, Deborah will tell you it all started with a plot of land. Upon finding out that his job would relocate the family to North Carolina, Peter bought 10 rural acres of land and enlisted the help of his friends to build Deborah a stable in just a single weekend, so that she could finally own a horse, a dream she'd carried with her since she was just a little girl struck with horse fever. Deborah first taught her own children to ride, and then a few friends, and before long, her calendar was full and the entire community was hoping to learn from her. It's hard work, taking care of the horses in the farm, but to Deborah it hardly feels like work. Every morning that she wakes up early to head to the stables is another day that she gets to keep living out this lifelong dream. She and her riders work together to keep the horses fed and watered, and of course, properly loved. Every 6 weeks or so, David the farrier visits to outfit the horses in new shoes. Each is hammered perfectly to fit their hooves. Mornings and afternoons are jam-packed at Blue Skies, where Deborah hosts birthday parties and teaches lessons of all sorts. Children and adults alike come to learn from her and Sonia, and every lesson begins the same way. First, riders gather their gear from the stables and lace up their boots. The horses are brushed down, their hooves are scraped, and then they're tacked up. Before Deborah lets riders run through any drills, she guides them through some yoga with their equestrian counterparts, to warm up and to relax. After that, the hours pass in a blur of learning and laughter, especially if you're riding Ava, a Mustang who was originally wild in New Mexico. There are, of course, usually a few guest appearances from Max. Deborah never forgets to remind her riders that at the end of any drill or ride, you always need to thank your horse. On Mondays, 2 of Blue Sky's most colorful groups of riders come out for lessons. First, twins Ryan and Claire arrive. Both are full of smiles, even on afternoons when Ava decides she'd rather graze on some grass than go for a ride. Afterwards, the older girls have a more advanced lesson. There's Allie, who dreams of going to Duke someday. There's Charlotte, who's always cracking jokes. There's Stella, who's been coming to Blue Skies for most of her life. And there's Nora, who's shy but sweet. The 4 make a lively team, swapping stories about their summers at camp at Blue Skies and chatting with Sonia in hopes of getting to canter during class. The bonds that form during these lessons, both between the riders and their horses, are sure to endure. The Women's Intuitive Group, which meets Wednesday mornings, is Deborah's favorite group to work with. She says that she loves to watch women grow and work through difficult parts of their lives through their connection with horses. Deborah likes to say that horses are like mirrors. They can sense the things we keep hidden in our souls, and they reflect them back to us in their movement. The unadulterated joy of a child, the gentleness of an old soul, all our insecurities and accomplishments are there, in the clip of their hooves and the cadence of their trot. It seems that there's always something to celebrate at Blue Skies, whether it's the first gallop of the season through the spring pastures, or simply just a sunny day. That's what makes this place so special. It's a haven for everyone. It's a place where some come to learn, to fall in love with horses for the first time, or the second, or even the third. It's a place for mischief. It's a place for memories, and maybe even a place for magic. So welcome to Blue Skies. When you reach the end of Pasture Road, it'll feel like coming home.